told you all that the world was a big old ghetto, right? Yep. Big old ghetto. With a big old nuclear ghetto war on the horizon. Potentially. To keep our faith. That said, not to belabor a point, because last week I told you all about how Russia, people in Russia, because of the drop of the ruble, were selling McDonald's out of their refrigerators for $36 to $40 a pop, right? Well, check this out. We all remember Coming to America, right? You remember McDowell's, right? Yeah, so McDowell's was a knockoff by John Amos's character, the future father-in-law of Hakeem, to McDonald's. Well, what if I told you that Russia, because they were so pissed at McDonald's for leaving their 800 stores, abandoning their 800 stores in Russia. This is the logo you see of a new state-sponsored McDonald's substitute to tell their people, don't worry, you won't miss a thing. Russia, a big-ass ghetto, y'all. But you know, it's not as ghetto as this. You're looking at Maury Povich, about 25 years younger, 20 to 25 years younger than he is currently. Now, the thing about Maury, of course, there's a whole generation that was raised off of his "you are or are not the father" shenanigans, right? I mean, even I was involved with something that was a spoof on that matter. A commercial called Home Paternity Test. Well, Maury, if you think about it, he's called it quits. And Maury has been on so long that now people whose parents challenged paternities of fatherhood have now birthed people who can be parents, who can now have their fatherhoods and paternities challenged. I find that kind of amusing. But anyway, yeah, so I don't know what to say except I thought that was funny that Maury Povich is hanging it up after birthing a generation of people who've been trying to figure out who their daddy is. And with that, let's start the show. My music cut off on me. It's a Shawn Show. It's a Shawn Show, and today we're starring Tisia Saffold from Ready to Love and Bitch You Smell Good, and Toya Carmichael, Spades maven. And tonight, Shawn Says, rooting interest. We also have Ira explaining the ish. And of course, my wingman, Tyrone. Now, before we begin, let's just go into what we got for today. We got this lady coming up, Tisia Saffold, my Ready to Love not co-host, but my Ready to Love castmate. She will be joining us. Sure, we'll talk a little bit of Ready to Love, but we're really interested in talking about this new, fantastically hilarious, but crazy insightful endeavor called Bitch You Smell Good. And that's ampersand, bitch you smell good. Right? So that's kind of cool. So we're going to get in with Tisia. And of course, we're going to be joined in the bottom hour by Toya Carmichael, DC community activist, also a lawyer, by the way. And she is going to talk to us about Spades. And she just swears that she's a Spades diva. And so we're going to get her to talk about all the stuff that she got going on because she has a new Spades tournament coming up. But first, just one moment. Small technical difficulty while I find something here. Just one moment. Thank you all for your patience tonight. This is our penultimate episode. Next week, well, you know what penultimate means. Next week, I hope you know what penultimate means. Next week, we will have our last episode, and then we'll go on like a 2-week break. Tyrone and I have been cranking these things out, and it's been really fun. And we're just going to take a quick 2-week break and just recalibrate ourselves. But just one moment. Okay, but before we do that, hi, it's the melanin for you. I dig that. I appreciate that. Before we do that, I'm going to bring up my man, Ira Davis, because we are behind schedule. I'm going to get Ira in here, and then we're going to talk to our wonderful sponsor from Body Butter Bakery. But let's get Ira here to get the show going. Because my man, Ira Davis, Dr. Ira Antonio Davis, will be brought on here. There he is.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well, Dr. Davis. You know, so last week we did something that was all the rage. All the kids loved it. And it rated highly in Alaska and in Pulaski County, Georgia. And it's called a segment that we called Ira Explains the Ish. So this is where we take current events and things that people may not come on IG to talk about. And you have 120 seconds to explain the ish. Brother, Dr. Davis, are you ready to explain this ish?
I am ready.
Well, first, before you explain this ish, can you tell us what this ish you about to explain this evening?
This ish that I'm about to explain is about Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Okay. In 120 seconds, Dr. Ira Davis will explain the ish with Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. In 3, 2, go.
All right, late last month, President Joe Biden nominated federal Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to fill an upcoming vacancy on the high court. What's taking place this week, Judge Jackson's hearing for the Senate Judiciary Committee. The committee will then hold a vote about whether the Senate should confirm or reject the president's nominee. It also can decide to issue no recommendation at all. After that, it's up to a simple majority of 1 out of 100 senators to determine whether the nominee is lifetime appointment to the Supreme Court. Democrats currently control the U.S. Senate. U.S. Supreme Court appointments are extremely important to pass a political party. Democrats generally want to appoint liberal justices, while Republicans generally want to appoint conservative justices. Because that has previously worked something that none of the other current Supreme Court justices have done. Democrats hope to hold a vote on her nomination before April 11th. Congress goes on. If confirmed, Jackson will be the first black woman to serve on the United States Supreme Court, and that is the issue.
Oh, man, you got that joker in there with about 20 minutes to spare, man. Oh, I can't believe you did it again this week. Whew. So you explained the issue with Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson. Dr. Davis, you can explain anything. Answer me this though. Dr. Davis, can you explain why white people don't wear lotion?
No.
I'm disappointed in you, man. I thought you could explain everything. Oh, well. Thank you very much, brother. Talk to you next time.
All right, thank you, bro.
Good night. Kind of disappointed that you can't explain why white people don't wear lotion. But you know what? Speaking of lotion, I tell you who can explain anything and all things lotion related. Is she there? Is she there? There she is.
Good evening.
Wait a minute. Were people supposed to actually be listening to Ira? I thought you explained the "it's" just greatly.
Oh, okay. Don't start.
Hey, Kim.
It's too early. Hello. You look
It's
nice.
Thank you. You know, my castmate Tisia Saffold is coming on the show, and you know, she's sort of in your line of work. She's unexpectedly in your line of work. She's used her newfound celebrity to launch something called "Bitch, You Smell Good."
I like the name.
The name is tight, and
it.
it's the only time anybody will get away with calling her bitch. And we're gonna use it a couple of times. So I want you to, at home, everybody play at home, how many times Shawn is gonna use "Bitch, You Smell Good" in the show.
Don't take a shot though. Just.
Oh, I'm not taking a shot. I'm not gonna take a shot. I'm not
Okay.
taking a shot.
All right.
You know, well, I had a whole show to do that, right?
Yeah.
Kim, you are the sponsor, Body Butter Bakery,
Mm-hmm.
bodybutterbakery.com, and you said that you're out of the body butter business as of last week. Did you
Until
sell out?
October.
Until October.
Yes.
Until it's ashy season again.
Right.
So when the ash starts pouring in, you will when the ash starts pouring in, you'll get back to making body butter. But
Right.
what are you doing in your spare time?
Mostly oils. I already have oils right now. They're mostly fruity and feminine scents, but this Friday I'll be adding the masculine scents, debonair, agua, and a peppermint.
Ooh, masculine scents.
Yes.
You know, it's funny. You said last week you had quite a few masculine orders since your sponsorship of this very masculine Shawn Show.
Yeah. The guys have been taking their ladies' products. So they're saying, you know, they want something that will allow them to keep their own products. So yes, I had to introduce something for the guys.
Fella, if you're walking around smelling like strawberry shortcake, you got a problem.
They don't care. As long as they are moisturized, they do not care.
Well, Kim, what type of products do you have going on at the Body Butter Bakery that we can look forward to when we go on your site to purchase these things?
Body oils and vegan lip balms. There's no beeswax.
Body oils and vegan lip balms.
Yep.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So are you like, may he rest in peace, remember the founder Dave of Wendy's? Remember Dave? You don't remember Dave Thomas?
Oh, yeah, I do.
The founder of Wendy's? May he rest in peace. He died of a heart attack. Are you like in your Body Butter Bakery just making up stuff? Well, Dave used to make up sandwiches. Wendy's would have a new sandwich every week. And I think he used to eat all of them, and that's why he died early of a heart attack. So, are you just in your Body Butter Bakery and you just making up like, let me get some wax in here, let me get some stuff, and I'm gonna, they love this, and you just coating your lips.
I test the formulas on myself, and I test the scents with others because so what smells like something to me may not smell the same as somebody else. So I do get opinions on the scents.
All right. So are these listed prominently on your website at bodybutterbakery.com?
They will be Friday.
They will be Friday.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Any body scrubs? I see a question for...
I will have body scrubs. I don't have a date yet because I have to finish getting my orders from a week and 2 days ago out. I just physically have nowhere to put scrubs right now. So this is the body butter area. And every day it fills up and goes away. It fills up, goes away. So I don't have anywhere to put body scrubs right now.
All right. Well, I'm flying in my my co-pilot that's been joining me since we started this in February. This ignorance that's now very refined. This very refined Shawn Show.
Okay.
Tyrone should be popping in any moment, so he would love to say hi to you, Kim. I'm sure whenever he does fly in.
I want to see what his face is doing right now.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because he's growing a beard.
Yeah. I want to see if it's he's mentioned that it gets scratchy once it's grown in, so I want to see if he let it get the best of him.
Yeah, he was doing that because of your body butter.
Yeah. Hi, Jelly Beans. That's one of my faves.
For real, y'all couldn't hear Ira over my beatboxing?
I mean, we heard them, but it was a little tough.
You know, you gotta put some music to explain in the ish.
Okay.
Tyrone, accept the exception. Hello, everybody. Are they still on hold with the butters? So all your butters are gone. Is that right, Kim?
They're spoken for, yes.
They're spoken for.
Yes. Like I have a certain number of, orders to fulfill. So if I don't have it, I got to make them. But I only have enough. Hi, Ty. Okay.
Hey.
Are
Look
you
at
past the itchy, scratchy stage yet?
Bakery, bitches.
Oh, my God.
that. There's going to be a lot of bitches in here tonight.
Right.
No, but I've been using this, the coconut for like 2 weeks now, ever since I started.
Ty, you're going to make people jealous because everybody else can't get that body butter bakery.
Hey.
Yeah, that's right. They had a chance. I
See
tried.
this? About to start some trouble. See this right here? Trash.
Oh.
Really?
Body butter bakery.
I like it.
Did you just go to advertising school, Ty? When you come up?
Hey.
Right here? Trash. I like body butter bakery.
Body butter bakery. Bitches.
That's the tagline. Body butter bakery. ...
Yep. I just got out the shower too. Bam. That's how I do it.
All right.
Well, she's out of body butter, man. So we gotta start promoting these lip balms and non-beeswax products that she got going on.
Yeah, I'll send them to you.
Question, Kim. Which one did you say was the edible one again?
It's unavailable.
Just want to make sure.
And you still have some.
Which one was it though? The shea?
Pina colada bay butter.
The bay butter. Okay. Just
no comment.
All
right. Asking for a friend.
Yeah. Just asking.
Okay. He's the friend.
No, I'm out of it. I am out of it.
Ain't he the friend? Ty, ain't you the friend?
I mean, I was just asking. I had some dudes inquiring about it,
So
that's all.
Our first guest is.
How you doing, Kim?
I'm doing all right.
Our first guest is our great friend, Tisia Saffold. Ty knows her, of course, because he was on the show. We were on the show together. And Kim, maybe you could relate. Tisia's in this whole new enterprise with Bitch You Smell Good. And she's making these funny ass videos and it's taking off like crazy. And I just want to find out how she became an expert on scents and power and perspective, all that stuff. Because I actually do watch the videos. But you were a cosmetologist. And I say were because in October, was it? You said in the fall of this year, you just started making body butter for some friends. You started to sell it. And now you're sponsoring this national IG show. Yeah.
And
reaching the millions of out there watching us.
Millions and billions. Gotta claim it. I was already making it, so I started, sharing with friends and asking them what they think about it, and then I posted it on the site, and then it slowly started to grow. So now it's my full-time job. I am still a cosmetologist on paper, just in case life happens and I have to go back to it. Knock on wood, but I just don't practice anymore.
Are you a master cosmetologist, Kim?
And barber, yes.
Master and barber. Do you cut your own hair?
Sometimes. I haven't in a while because I still don't know what I'm going to do with it, but sometimes.
All right. When women got to come up with something to do every 2 weeks to their hair.
Not every 2 weeks. We get bored with ourselves just like y'all get bored with looking at us.
Wow. She said we get bored. She said we get bored looking at them.
Fact.
Tisia, where you at? We about to bring in Tisia. we about to bring in Tisia. But that's Kim. She is our lovely sponsor. She's been our sponsor along for the ride. And Ty, she said, I will be with you as long as you will have me. That's what she said.
Okay. That's not what I was hearing last week. No, I'm just I'm just playing, Kim.
He's the worst, ain't he? Well, okay. All right. We're gonna let you go here, and we're gonna bring in. There she is.
Okay.
But before Kim says bye, you want to say hey to her, Tisia?
Hi,
Tisia. Nice to
how are
meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Everybody's so dressed up. I want to look like I'm going somewhere too.
You do look like you're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Now that's different. Y'all going like to the after.
No, you look so pretty. But I definitely want to. I'll DM you about some of your products.
Okay.
Like you got tired of here growing a beard.
Right.
To see it was only a small suggestion too. Oh, there's beard butter, and here's what Ty does on the show. He gets his laptop, tap, 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 tap. Bought that. And then the next week, you show up with more product than Kim gave me, and Kim gave me a lot of product.
Kim, you mentioned some oils. Did you say oils?
Yep, I have rejuvenating body oils made with mostly jojoba oil.
Okay, well, I use a lot of oil-based products under my scent, so I'll definitely DM you. I'll have to feature some of your oils to
we got to work
layer and how to keep my scents lasting long.
Okay, all right.
This is already a very enticing company. Bitches smell good, and
y'all gonna get over the name of this thing, okay?
We are not gonna get over the name of it because I think that's why people turn and like, what's this bitch talking about? She smells good. You know what? That does smell good, bitch.
Yeah, they like that it gives them a pass to use it. That's all.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out what is this giving. Like, Shawn.
How'd you see
I'd be excited. The first time I heard it, I was excited as hell. Did you smell good?
See?
He really was. He didn't just like the post that I put out promoting this. He loved the post. And also, it's great to see Tisia.
And we get to see Tisia.
We get to see Tisia.
I missed that. I need to go.
All right. Well, let's get into it. Kim, we'll talk to you later. If you want to join us at overtime later, please do so.
Okay. All right.
Thank you, Kim. That's Kim Dudley, the founder and owner of Body Butter Bakery. She has put body butter on hold until the fall, so you can't get any more of this good stuff that Ty bought most of that prevents you from getting it. But she has oils coming in about a week or so, and she has lip balms, and she still has a couple of Bay products, and that's the edible products. And Ty seems to take an interest in that. With that,
I believe this beard. I'm impressed.
I mean, I do what I could do. I try to show support.
So how long do you think you got? How long do you have, Ty, for the beard to be fully accessible?
This is it. I think this is it.
I think you got more to go.
Hey, you know what? We'll see. 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, should be, filling out nicely.
Okay.
Now, Tisia, are you a beard? You're a beard person, or are you like? I know some women who are beardaholics. Before we get into everything else.
And I said this on camera. You ain't got no facial hair. You ain't got nothing to say to me, baby. Keep moving.
Wow.
And that is the truth. I do men without facial hair. You got a little this. I'll try, but I am beard obsessed. I've been beard obsessed since undergrad. Okay, so I'm not new to this. I'm true to this.
She's Tisia Saffold.
Hey, and she has spoken.
She has spoken. Entrepreneur, tech queen, and now a perfume. What would you call it? Sommelier, if you will, with the olfactory. She's an olfactory genius. Tisia, how do we say your middle name? Zari?
Sierra Beret.
Sierra what?
Sierra. It's literally just like the singer Sierra. My mom got a little creator.
She did.
But it's just Sierra, like the singer Sierra Beret.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tisia, Sierra Beret Saffold. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Shawn Show, Tisia.
Thank you. With my government name.
I know, the whole government.
Well, you want people to write the checks to the right person. Tisia is wonderful, talented, and of course she's our castmate from Ready to Love. And we'll get into some Ready to Love stuff, but I really wanted to talk to her about this burgeoning enterprise, these fantastic videos that she has. I see them on TikTok and on IG.
I am trying, y'all.
And the thing is, bitch, you smell good. That's her name. So I feel like a bell should ring every time we say that. Bitch, you smell good.
Oh, I'll take a drink.
Ty, you ain't gonna last long. You're gonna keep drinking. But yes, so it's called Bitch You Smell Good. And you started this because you have an affinity for great scents. and you seem to have broken this down in a number of ways. Talk to us about this passion. When did you start it, and what made you say, you know what, I'm on to something here?
So just to start, I like to say that I'm a practical fragrance enthusiast. So that just means that I'm not a collector of fragrances, and all of my fragrances are in rotation. When you really get deep into the fragrance world, sometimes you'll just buy a fragrance simply because the bottle is gorgeous. You know, they get really creative. These fashion houses and fragrance houses, they get really creative with bottles and things of that nature. And so, you know, sometimes people just collect them just to say that I have this scent, but I am also in my private life a minimalist. So I do not like a lot of clutter, and I just like open space per se. So I'm not just collecting fragrances just because. And so many people write me like, oh my God, this is my favorite one. Have you smelled this one? I have not smelled all fragrances. There are so many fragrances in the world, and I have not smelled them all. And so I like to say that I'm a practical fragrance enthusiast, meaning that I buy what I love. I test before I buy. I'm not a hoarder or collector of fragrances, but I will put my fragrance collection against anybody's.
Okay, so with that said,
Mm-hmm.
your fragrance collection, is it as bad as some women's shoe fetish? Would you say you have more shoes or more fragrances right now? Is it close?
Probably, ooh, that, they may be neck and neck. Cause you know when you have boots, you have shoes, booties, sandals, heels. I mean, you have seasons, so it probably is neck and neck. I actually do love shoes just as much as I love fragrances. So.
How many fragrances would you take with you when you travel?
Ooh,
A
good question.
minimum of 5 fragrances. But you know, the good thing is that I have like travel ones, I have little mini
Oh,
bottles of some. And so years ago, I would like bubble wrap some of my fragrances. And I'm just like, I'm not doing this anymore. And so I have travel little vials of some of them, and I have smaller versions of. So the ones that I really love, I have in travel version.
okay. Okay.
Wow. We're here with Tisia Sierra Veray Saffold. I got that right.
Again.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
because she has the Roman numerals and the V in
Uh-huh.
her IG, but that's her personal IG. That's where she's beaming in from now. But please follow her at Bitch You Smell Good. And first of all, the name, because the name is marketing genius. How did you come up with the name? Is it like you just got some friends and like you were at a party like, bitch, you smell good. What is
No,
that?
that's exactly it. That's
That
exactly it. And in my inner circle, when I would smell them and I'm like, bitch, you smell good. What you got on? And they would say the same things to me. And so I always say my biggest compliments in the world are like, you're a good person and you smell good. That is like the biggest compliments. Like, you're doing good in life. You're treating people well. You're a good citizen. You're a good person. And you smell good. That's like the highest compliments for me
because
because,
you're pleasant to be around if you smell good.
yes, smelling good is so important. And it's a part of your outfit.
Hmm. But you're
That's a
not
good point.
loud.
That's a good point.
But you're not loud. You're present with your scent. Is that correct?
Yeah, but I'm
How
not
would
just
you
loud with my fragrance
characterize that?
because I told you I'm an oversprayer, and I talk about this in one of my videos. We're not doing, I'm all over with it. On my head, I'm spraying my legs and everything. Like, if people don't compliment you, it wasn't worth the spray. Period. If you don't get a
Mm-hmm.
compliment on the spray, nobody's wearing fragrances for themselves. You just spraying on you just
Hmm.
to say that you got it on. You're spraying it because you want others to smell you. So I am an oversprayer, and yeah, my goal is to get a compliment and for people to smell me. So I wore Michael Malul sent me a fragrance a couple of weeks ago, and I wore it when going to Houston, and the I did curbside check-in, and he was like, "Ma'am, you smell incredible." Yes, that's the goal. That is the goal. And so, yeah, you spray it because you want other people to smell you, and you need to spray it for people to smell you. So it's really just, and it's also empowering women to find their vibe. There are a lot of popular fragrances out there, but it's nothing more intimate than finding your signature scent, which is so important, because I have mentors, I had managers at work, and I could smell them around the corner. You literally smell them, you're like, oh, I know who that is. And it's such an intimate experience to be able to have a signature scent that you love, that makes you feel how you want to feel. And that really matters, because when I'm feeling more girly and I'm like wearing pink or floral, I wear my floral scents. And when I'm feeling like a bad bitch, I'm gonna bring out like my heavy hitters, right? So, you know, it's like scents can change your mood, and I feel like they attract different energy, and I feel different when I wear them. And so it's just an obsession, and I think it's so important for everybody to know the scents that they like.
We are here with Tisia from Ready to Love, but she's really here from Bitch You Smell Good.
Question.
And Ty has a question for Tisia.
Yeah, question, Tisia. At what point do you prefer to smell the guy? Like at the beginning, during the conversation, or like, let's just say it's to walk away, and then that scent hits you like,
I want to smell you.
Okay.
I want to smell you when I meet you, honestly. And if you spray in the right places, that's normally how it works. You know, I want to be introduced to you with my scent, and I prefer the same vice versa. So I want to smell you when I meet you, when I walk up, when we first sit down. That's
or the initial hug.
Yeah,
right
the hug. Yes, I want to smell you then. I may treat you a little different if I can smell you.
If you can smell him, and you smell
Right,
good.
you may get a couple extra points, you know, if I can smell you at the beginning, because ain't no point if I smell you when you walk away and it was a lame day,
Right.
okay?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, he was a jerk, but he smelled good. At the end of the day, I need to smell you up front.
Right.
Oh boy.
My go-to was the Yves Saint Laurent. What do you think about that?
Which one?
It's the, what's it called? The Eau de perfume.
Is it a fragrance or is it a cologne? Well, that's a whole nother.
I think it's a fragrance. Yes, it's for men. It's been my go-to for like 2 years now.
First of all, Ty, you and Shawn smell good. I've smelled both.
I try.
I made a mental note of that. I've smelled both.
Let me go get the bottle, so the people that's listening could also take notes.
Ty does smell good, and Shawn smells good also.
I'm not a cologne wearer. I've struggled to find colognes. I have certain things that I use when I'm like on my body that I layer, like aftershaves and balms and things like that.
Yeah.
But I do want to wear more colognes. I'm kind of like cologne and tattoos. I don't have tattoos because I'm very selective, so I don't know what to put on my body. And it's the same thing with cologne, although cologne washes away. So a man like me, 6'2", and your impression of me, dark, bald, whatever, what would you hope to smell when you see a guy like myself?
It's so funny because one of the girls in the comments, she just commented Chanel Blue. And that is a throwback classic that I feel could never fail any man. That Chanel Blue will get you where you need to go, okay? It is so classic and it's so smooth. But I love a lot of Creeds. Baccarat actually has a couple of unisex scents that I think are great for men. There's so many classic scents that I love. YSL, they actually have a great one as well. But I definitely would go. I love Chanel Blue. I love Creed. Ty, your homeboy wears a lot of Creed. The guy that comes with us. His name Rob. Did I make that up?
Yeah.
He wears Creed also.
She knows who
he is. You remembered.
Yes. She knows who he is.
We had a good conversation about that. But yeah, Chanel Blue, you cannot go wrong. I definitely love Creed. Bond number 9. Oh my gosh. It's incredible.
I am. I'm putting them in my Amazon shopping list.
Yeah.
Right now.
He buys during the show. He buys stuff.
You know what, Shawn, for you though, since you are like an aftershave guy, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Joe Malone, but Joe Malone, they're classified as a cologne, which is one up from an aftershave. And so I talked about this a little bit about terminology, but there's aftershave, and then there's cologne, and then you have like a perfume, and then an extra, and so it goes up like that. So a man can actually be wearing a perfume. A perfume is a concentration. It's not actually a perfume for women. And so Joe Malone is actually a cologne, and they have a lot of beautiful, fresh, clean scents. You would really enjoy. Like, I love their Earl Grey. They have a cucumber. They're so fresh and clean.
I like clean smelling things. I like to smell clean. It makes me feel crisp. Being that when it's hot and I sweat, I want to feel fresh as possible.
Yes.
So, and when I shave my head, my pores are open, so I can sweat a little bit more. So I don't want to feel gooky. So the cleaner, the better. So I like this Joe Malone guy.
Joe Malone, and then Layla Beau, who
Layla Beau.
I love also. They actually are, they've been around for a little bit, but they're up and coming because not only do you get to personalize your bottles, but they have kind of like pop-up shops. And so when they release one, you can only get it in like Miami or whatever. And so it's kind of like a thing if you're like into it. And so they just released a niche one in Miami that only the Miami flagship store had. But Layla Beau is called Santal. It's amazing. Also, it's also unisex.
Yes, folks, I am writing these things down. I got the list right here. When you have someone whose olfactory is sharp, and the proof is in the pudding. Every time I see Tisia, she smells great. She looks great. She looked like she cared about how she appears, and that's very important. It's just it's not even. You would think it's a little thing, but we take people's appearance for granted. And I think part of your appearance is your presentation. And your presentation is also the olfactory and what you present to people that makes you want to be pleasant. And that's what smells are all about. So while you're talking about this male cologne stuff, I do want to get back to the focus because we do have like 70% of our audience is women. We're working on that, but it is what it is. We're two good looking guys. But since we're 70% audience women.
You're welcome.
Yes, you're welcome, ladies. What do you have there?
Oh, sorry. So, these are my lipstick baddies. This is Spots, and it's actually called Boss. This is one of my favorites. But one of my very similar ones to this that's half the price is from the Lip Bar, and it's called Hot Mama. It's a very similar color, and you can use my coupon code, which is Tisia, Tisia, in capital letters. I need to tell the ladies that because always comments on my lipstick.
And that coupon code Tisia is for what brand again?
It's for the Lip Bar, and they have a color called Hot Mama that's very similar to this shade that I have on now, and it's half the price of the Smashbox that I'm actually wearing, which is called Boss.
Yeah, lipstick is always on point.
Thank you.
Always.
I love lipsticks. Actually, the things that I'm a brand ambassador for are, fragrances, lipsticks, and bras also.
So I want to talk about...
I've seen this, and that's also part of the reason why. She's the bras. Go ahead, Tyrone.
No, go ahead.
Keep it cute. Keep it cute.
She keeps it cute. She does keep it cute.
Yeah.
Man, just keep looking at it. Go ahead, Ty. You have a question.
Remember earlier you were talking about thinking of a person and then automatically kind of remembering what they smell like. Just wondering if that is a good or a bad thing, because I've literally only used 2 separate fragrances for like the last 6 or 7 years, honestly.
I do like to diversify because, one of my friends, we were actually, traveling together, and she was putting on Baccarat, and it was like 2 p.m. And I was like, that is an after 5 scent. You cannot wear Baccarat in the daytime, period. I don't care what anybody says. And it's like, where are your fresh scents? Where are your floral scents? And so you need 2 to 3, Ty. Like, you need a good, like, light, fresh scent. You don't want to smell sultry at a day party. You want to smell like good and light at a day party.
Okay.
No?
Well, that Chanel Blue might be my 3rd one.
I'm telling you, that Chanel.
I've had this Hannah Moray.
Oh, that is throwback. People sleep on that. Do they still make that? Is that discontinued?
Wait, did you say Ava Maria?
No,
what's the name of it?
The Hannah Moray. I've had this for years,
Oh,
years and years.
That is a throwback.
But the last couple of years,
You also
I've
got high
switched to
karate
the
too.
Yves Saint Laurent.
I love that one too. But that one's just so deep. It's dark.
Yeah, it's strong. Yeah.
It's like a sultry kind of late night vibe. You know, you need something fresher for the day.
Okay, you're right. What would you recommend? Something fresher for the day.
So I'm not sure if you smelled Creed spring water. Also,
Okay.
Byretto has a gypsy water, and that Creed Love and White or the Creed spring water is absolutely incredible, and it's very light. Like literally, it's one of the girls wrote on my comments. It's giving Surfboard by Beyonce. Like it reminds you of a beach, you know, hanging outside by the pool. It's just so fresh, and it has like a coconutty kind of thing. It's beautiful. And as I always recommend, that there are so many ways to get samples. You can go to Micro Perfumes to get a sample, and you can go to any department store and ask for a sample, because I am a
About to
try
get
before you
that.
buy person.
I'm about to look at that. Is that the spring water or the spring flower?
So they have a spring flower, but no, Creed Love and White. Have you smelled Creed Love and White? And follow me here. This is supposed to be Michelle Obama's signature scent, but it is unisex. And if you have ever smelled this on a man, it's something extra about a man who could do a unisex scent and not like, oh, I smell girly. Like, no, you don't. You smell amazing.
What?
So, yes.
You say that's Creed. What's that again?
Love
and White.
Love and White.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right now.
And Ty Byretto Gypsy Water.
Okay.
Now, to see, we had some questions in the comments, so we usually don't break into the comments because we're formatted. But there's a couple here. One asked, is Versace on a man in the workplace too much?
Which Versace are we talking about?
I knew you'd say that, so she didn't give me that, so we can keep on moving.
But you know, Versace is always usually citrusy, so they have a like for the women, they have bright crystal, which is always very light. And Versace is not known to have a lot of lasting power because it's citrusy, and it usually comes in like a cologne or a toilette, and so it doesn't last too long. So I like Gucci Flora, Miss Lady A. Yes, that's floral.
And once again, I want to remind people there's a code Tisia for lip bar.
The lip bar.
The lip bar in the
For some beautiful lippies. You can check my page too. It's on there, but
it's on her page.
The lip bar.
And is the shade Hot Mama? You said.
Yes, the shade is Hot Mama.
The shade is Hot Mama, and the code is Tisia.
Ooh, baby!
Tisia.
For Tuscan leather is everything. Who is this? Yes, that's time for a private. The private blend of the Tuscan leather is everything.
I don't have enough paper, so let me ask you this. So, how much stuff do you get sent to you since your endeavor of Bitch I Smell Good?
So this is actually, I need to review this one. They sent me this a while. Child, I'm getting to, but this one is actually Black owned, and I need to review this one. And they sent me some stuff. I got a package all the way from London last week. So I'm a little behind on my comments, y'all. Bear with your girl. But this is like my third fragrance that someone has sent me in the mail. So I have to review this one next.
Well, you know what's so funny? Like you were when I saw you at the Ready to Love DMV/Potomac premiere party that we went to. You were like, I don't know how to pace myself. I don't know if I have enough content. It sounds like you have content that can go on for oodles and oodles and oodles. And now it's like trying to find time to actually fill all that. What do you say?
And not just not overthinking. And when you start getting into content, it's like, is the ring light here? Did you comb your hair? Did you? And it's like people just want to see what you're doing, like this perfect execution, and you can really get caught up in that because your videos are on your page for however long you keep them there. And so really, you know, even that video what I did building my perfume stand with no makeup. I was whitening my teeth at the same time. My hair was everywhere, and people were like, "Oh my God, what are you doing?" You know, and so people were really into it. And I just like, you know, don't overthink. It doesn't have to be perfect. I just need to start like cranking out the content. Yeah.
And let's get this YouTube page popping too.
Yeah, let's get that going. So
I got you.
Oh my gosh, I've been trying to get over to YouTube. It's not enough hours in a day. Hey, Chloe, there's not enough hours in a day. I have been trying to make my way over to YouTube. I can say so much more on YouTube. Like here it's like 60-second reel, which is so limiting. People do not understand. I have made so many videos, and to crush it down to 60 seconds, it's like, yo, I need to just go over to YouTube so I can talk for however long.
but you're not freestyling, are you? I mean, that's written material, isn't it? Like you write it and you perform it and you practice it, or how does it work? Because I remember seeing your P's when we were talking about performance and whatever. Like, if you can go into that one, like, what was the process of creating that video with when you talk about the P's? Remember that?
Yeah, because I think that it's like, well, what should you be looking for in a fragrance? That's so important, because it could smell good when you spray it out the bottle, and then over time, then you're like, I don't smell it anymore. Like, you know, what's happening? So, you know, you want projection, you want power, and you want performance. Those things are so important to a fragrance. And so I think a lot of times we just buy what smells good. And if you really get in depth with it, you really want to know, what should you be looking for in a quality fragrance. And honestly, not so many fragrances are not actual quality, because the blend may be off, or it's just not a good concentration, and it just doesn't last that long. So yeah, you can't expect excellence out of all of them, but you definitely should know what qualifies as a quality fragrance. Yeah.
Do you have your own fragrance line?
No, I don't, but I have gotten so many suggestions about, and I really do want to tap into that later down the line. I have so much stuff to do, y'all. I'm just doing a lot of things right now, so I definitely want to tap into that soon. But I got a couple of good friends that have tapped into the fragrance and like beard oil, beard line stuff, and I'm just like, wow, like, you know, they have a whole chemist, they're mixing stuff up and things. So yeah, I'll get to that one day.
Sounds like you need a staff. Sounds like you need an intern.
Somebody wrote me today. I'm like, man, it sounds like you need an assistant. Girl, I do need an assistant. A lot of going down. A lot going down.
Oh boy. Ty, you got something?
No, I'm saying you're probably gonna need somebody to test that on too.
Yeah.
Walk by, walk up.
He gonna kill me, but you know who else has a fragrance?
Who?
Our dear castmate Phil.
That, you know, I heard about this.
It's incredible. I'm like, yo, Phil, why haven't I got a sample? I still got.
Yeah.
I've been trying to get a sample of that for forever, but Phil has a legit fragrance. It's called here, and it smells absolutely incredible. He gave me a little vial, and I sprayed it on me, and a dude stopped me in the parking lot. He was like, girl, what you got on?
I think they're going to stop you anyway.
They are going to stop you anyway. But is it for men or is it for women? You said Sincere, because that's one of his nicknames. It's one of Phil's nicknames.
You got to be bold to wear men's fragrances. It is for men, and I sprayed it on me. I sprayed it all over me and went outside, and this man was like, you smell incredible. But yeah, there's a very thin line to me between like masculine and feminine scents. And so I thought Phil smelled good, so I wanted to spray it on me. And I did. I was like, wow, you smell good. Like,
Phil, you smell good.
Bitch, you
that's a whole
I wonder if he would have still told Phil he smelled good had he smelled Phil instead of you.
Ty, that nigga would have kept walking.
Probably.
Sorry.
Or he liked it because he probably felt like it smelled like something he would wear. So I don't know if he was smell good because I smell good, or because it was a scent that he liked as a man. But I don't know. I don't care about if it's for a man or a woman. I wear what I think smells good. But yeah, I hope Phil releases it because it is good. It smells really good.
Well, we're at the top of the hour here. It's 9:02, but this is a live show. It's also available on YouTube after this recording. We're here with Tisia Saffold from Bitch You Smell Good, and she is breaking down all sorts of things. It's almost impossible to whittle all this down, but she's with us for a few more minutes at the least before we bring in Toya Carmichael, Spades champion. Tisia, remember when me, you, Ty, and Liva played Spades?
And you underbid it the whole effing time.
No.
You mean when I won the whole effing time?
When
Oh
it
my
would have been
gosh.
playing sandbags, you would have got your ass busted.
No. See,
You
if we,
underbidded the whole time,
I
Shawn.
did not underbid. Y'all
Yes, you did.
underperformed. You know what's so funny? Spades is the only sport, because the way I play it is a sport, that when people fail, they talk about how you can't play.
Wow. Y'all fucking say it's cool.
I said it.
You hit it?
The whole time.
We even got them other Chicago boys up. We got Dante and his boy up.
You needed to play sandbags in your future.
I play sandbags. I play sandbags.
You're bidding.
I do math. See, I got pen and paper right now.
Y'all,
We know what the deal really is.
Shawn needs to
I play spades. I play poker. I got chips. You know, y'all want to put some chips on it? Y'all want to get down? We can do that.
my mama used to pay the rent playing spades, okay? Spades and bid whist, okay? So
Bid whist
I
was
learned
big.
from the best, and Shawn, you underbid all the time.
I did not underbid
around here.
We didn't underbid. Y'all suckers just never had it. Y'all never had it.
Oh my
like
gosh.
7-Up. Never had it, never will. That's all I got.
Yes, another. I hate an underbidder. Who does that?
They hate an underbidder while they losing. You know, y'all just losing, hating underbidders. Like, you know, it's so hilarious. It's not a cheat. It's not a cheat. You know what? That's the rules of the game. You know,
that's why you gotta play sandbags.
You know, you shouldn't be bidding other people's hands. You're supposed to be bidding your hand.
Yeah, you should be bidding yours too.
I was bidding mine. Y'all just kept giving away books because y'all suckers kept bumping heads.
No, we didn't.
Oh my gosh.
That's one thing Ty and I never put each other out.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Anyway, y'all didn't break.
Right.
Hey,
did
we win?
We take that shit serious around here.
It is serious. It is serious. Where I'm from, this part of Georgia where board is 5. That's how tough it is. Just saying. Y'all don't know about Georgia board. Y'all don't know about that. I'm just gonna not look at Tisia because Tisia will give me a stare. She will stare me through time. I'm not gonna look at Tisia. I'm just gonna write down some more "bitch you smell good" stuff.
Albert.
What you got coming up, Tisia? What's gonna be your next couple of topics?
So a lot of people have been, this is so ironic, but I actually was speaking to a dermatologist. So many women have written me to say they're either, men and women, allergic to fragrances or they give them a terrible migraine. And so I really wanted to do some research into that to see which fragrances are more friendly if you have those type of adverse reactions. So I really wanted to talk about that. And a lot of people are asking about layering and mixing scents. So like layering with lotions and mixing with different sprays. So I'm hoping that those will be some that are coming up soon.
Have you ever thought about like doing something quick on the side, like your dental routine? Because
it's immaculate, right?
You've been motivating the hell out of me. I done invested in equipment.
Her teeth are immaculate, right?
All that shit.
People write about that too, and that's why I said on my post before we start, I'm whitening my teeth right now. I am an oral hygiene snob. I definitely appreciate teeth. I hope everyone loves their teeth. You only get one set. You only get one set, so take good care of them. And
which one do you use? Not to mean
it's
cut you off, but
I think it's over there. It's a Glow Pro, but the thing is that you have to use professional grade whitening. So like Glow Pro has one on Amazon, but that's not professional grade whitening gel. You need to go to your dentist and get professional grade whitening gel because that light, you can get that light from anywhere Amazon.
Anywhere,
but it's the gel that you paint that really takes your teeth up whitening shades, So that's the trick. I got my dentist.
Just learned some shit today.
The gel is the key. The gel is the key.
Well, what about the whitening with the gel? Like Smile Direct, they give you these the light thing that you stick in there, but you gel it up first so it can have like a double impact.
That's the same thing, but the thing is that the professional grade whitening you can't get over the counter. It's illegal to sell it over the counter. You have to get it from a professional. It's kind of like a doctor writing a prescription. And so my dentist, I bought the kit from her, but I also have professional grade whitening gel that can only be given by a professional. So yeah, and it ain't cheap either. It ain't cheap.
So I'm gonna we promised to see you till 9:05. She's still with us. I do have to ask like a few Ray Love questions, and then we're gonna bring in Toya. If Toya, I know you're listening. Just hang tight for a second. We're gonna bring you in. Tisia, do you want to sit in with us when we talk to Toya, or you gotta go?
Toya?
Yeah, when Toya comes in, I mean, you don't have to stick around long, but it'd be nice if you wanted to have a question and chime in with her, because it is a charity event that she has going, and Toya is quite the community activist that you don't see on TV. But before we do that, what are your thoughts right now of the Ray Love DMV cast, and what are your comparisons to the DC cast as you see it, if you want to make those comparisons?
I never watched when I was on screen because it's cringy to watch back, and I hate the sound of my voice. So I never watched while I was on. So I'm happy to watch while they're on, and it's not me anymore. So I've been enjoying it. It's juicy. They got a couple, I really like it. I think that they have a mature crowd. There's some twists and turns. And so, yeah, I've been enjoying it. I think it's really good. I'm interested to see like what that I Choose You scene is going to be like. Who's going to be with who? I feel like they've been trying to throw us some curveballs, but I think
it's genuinely watchable. Like
I
think our season was so full of cringy moments. Like it made people's head hurt. But this season seems like I always say a palate cleanser for those who watch the show. The show we're talking about, Ray Love, on Only, in case you didn't know.
Love? Yeah, their season is actually about love.
Yeah. There's some heat on their season.
Yeah, they really. We need to do an all-star. We should start off. Hey, yo, whoever didn't find love, y'all can come back for the all-star.
Lego. Let's find an island. Let's do it for a couple of days.
We need to start mixing these seasons. But I think from what I could predict that it could be a couple good connections on there. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ty said he didn't get the memo.
I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. I'm anxious to see it. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I'm rooting for them too. And I've always told people, it's great to be Ready to Love emeritus. Like you said, Tisia, we're not on the show. We're not on the hot seat. We can sit back. It's like, okay, I think we know where this is going, but we can just sit back and watch. Yeah. And if people get into our inbox, they could like give us some tips. We're at 10 past the hour. We're here with Tisia Saffold from Bitch You Smell Good, but she's also not just an olfactory maven with the smell good. She's giving us tips about teeth whitening. She's looking into hypoallergens. She's doing everything because she's curious about everything, and that's what I like, and that's one of the reasons why I did the Shawn Show. The idea was like, let's get people that you know and folks from the cast and show them in their element creatively, because it's not just about, here's a rose or something like that. And I'm so honored that she is here sharing her beauty tips, because she is essentially like an esthetician. Getting down.
Beauty.
Because fashion is the real deal. Ty, you have anything before I bring in Toya?
It's good to see you, Tisia.
You too, Ty.
We need to get back on the Spades table and whip some ass too, because all this talking right here.
Y'all need to start whipping some ass.
Hey,
Toya.
Hey guys, what's going on?
How are you? So this is my friend. I've been in DC it'll be 15 years next month. Probably have a party with that. And 15 years next month. And I knew Toya because she is a great friend to my old neighbor. And we've kept up in touch with each other, and we've done charity events, and she keeps bugging me about Spades and all that. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna play. I think I've done one.
I saved your life. I saved your life. Got you that shot.
You know what? I was gonna tell people you saved my life, but I kept that a secret because back then that vaccine life was hot. Listen. But people ain't about that vaccine life. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Toya Carmichael. She is a lawyer as well. She has a law degree, but she does so many things, and founder of Carmichael Communications. What is it?
Carmichael Community
Connections, CCC. And
we got the hookup.
Yes. And in the lower corner is Tisia Saffold from Bitch You Smell Good and Ray Love. And of course, my wingman, Ty Wilson, is here. But Toya is here mainly because she loves some spades, and she's got a spades tournament almost. It feels like before COVID, you had like 2 or 3 spades tournaments, and she's raising money for colleges, right? Tell us about your tournament.
In the spirit of these nomination hearings and fact checking, I just want to check a few facts. It's been 8 years, Shawn, 8. So we had our 7th annual Spades tournament in October. I used to do it once a year for my birthday because it's easy to get money from your friends on your birthday, right? They want to celebrate you anyway. And so we started the Play for a Purpose Spades tournament to support local charities here in the DMV. And every year, you know, your people, they're like, Toya, we want to play more. You should host it more regularly. So for 2022, we're bringing the Spades tournament once a quarter. And our first one for this year is on Thursday night at Sud House.
Sud House in D.C., Washington, D.C., Sud House on U Street, folks. So, you know, Ty and Tisia, y'all want to talk that noise? Come on, Cletus.
Yeah, I heard Tisia was talking a lot of trash, Shawn. She was calling you out. So I'm like, girl,
she can call me out, but she's still on the losing end of that trash talk. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's the only game where you can lose consecutively and talk how you good. How?
Excuse me. He got a little carried away.
That's what champions do.
Joker, deuce. It's just like a lot of mixed styles. So how do y'all do that in the tournament?
So our tournament is straight up, you know, Joker, deuce. We take out the 2 of hearts. We take out the 2 of diamonds. We keep it simple. You said your mama taught you how to play. She's a big whist player, so we don't have any of these funny rules, okay? We're not doing blind. We're not doing nil. None of that. Straight up spades, 30-minute rounds. I feel like you need to come and get a rematch with Shawn because I played spades with Shawn before, and he will make you want to slap him.
He is so irritating.
I'm so good at it, though.
Oh, my God.
You're so good. When you're so good. Whew.
Listen,
Bushmills, the drink of champions who beat Tisia and Tyrone in spades. Bushmills.
Yo, he's one of those players that's gonna bid a 2 or a 3 every hand
and have like 7.
Right.
And just wait for you to make a mistake.
I actually wait for you to make a mistake. 6 or 7 one time, and we had like 11 books. And like, where these extra books come from? You know, it wasn't like I had 11 books in my hand. Y'all suckers just didn't make y'all books. People be getting mad when they don't make books, Toya. Be mad.
And see, this is why we're giving people at least 4 chances to play this year. So I feel like all 3 of you need to come out on Thursday night. We're starting the tournament at 7 o'clock sharp. That means Black people show up at 5:30. Just put 5:30 on your calendar so you'll be there on time.
Lord, it ain't gonna end till Saturday because Joe's gonna show up at midnight.
Right.
Listen. We have cash prizes, and some really cool raffle prizes as well. The money is going to support scholarships for high school and college students through the scholarship committee at my church because I am a Christian woman when I'm not playing spades. Okay, try Jesus, don't try me. But we want to help the kids because just like some of those tips we talked about are not cheap. College is not cheap, okay?
Have your already?
I'm sorry?
You have to have your team already or your partner, or do you get selected when you get
No, you don't. You can buy a single player ticket and we can set you up with a partner when you get to the tournament.
That's risky.
Now, Ty said that's risky. Yeah, people come with razor blades. These days.
Listen, Ty, let me tell you 2 things. Most of the people that come to my tournament are excellent spades players, so you can't go wrong. Okay. And I don't know if you're single or not because you all are beautiful. Love happens at my tournament as well. I have a couple that will be getting married soon. They had their first date at the Play for a Purpose Spades tournament. So you might lose the game, but you might win the money. You know, you don't know.
That's what's up.
Magic happens.
I was just about to ask, how close have y'all gotten to having a fight? There.
No fights. It's all in love.
Okay.
We don't fight. I'm an officer of the court. We can't have that. I'm not going to jail for y'all. No. Not at all. No fighting.
The woman who's not fighting, but is throwing a spades tournament, which is an invitation for Negroes to fight, is Toya Carmichael from Carmichael Community Connections. She's throwing a spades tournament on Thursday. The Eventbrite is listed on her page on IG. At Toya La Hoya and at Carmichael Community Connections, correct?
And I'm going to throw it in the chat for you all. And let me just tell you this. If you get in a fight and you get arrested, don't worry. We have plenty of attorneys, so we will have good counsel for you on site. just in case you need it. All right.
Don't sound like it's worth it. You don't want that life. You don't
But
want
you
that
don't
life.
want that.
I do want.
Not cheap.
I do want to veer off for a second because you are an officer of the court. You know, you have your JD and all that good stuff. Your thoughts and your feelings, and Tisia, this goes to you because you're both black women. Your thoughts on finally having a black nominee, Judge Ketanji Jackson.
Did you see the route that she took? Did you see that?
Oh, we talked about that too a couple weeks ago.
So, you know, I'll say this. I'm also a former administrative law judge here in the District of Columbia. So I have been appointed and served on the bench. And being an attorney is a really difficult job. As she shared today, your job is to represent your clients. And when you're working for big firms and big law, you don't get to choose your client. Unless you're the partner and you're running your own firm, you do not get to choose your client. And someone as excellent as Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson is going to do the best job she can for whoever she's representing. So, you know.
She even got several conservative endorsements, including a very conservative judge, a couple of conservative institutes. I want to say the Cato Institute has even endorsed her. And yet the Republicans are kind of mealy-mouthed as far as their credentials, although she already survived and got their votes to be on the district court. Correct?
Correct. This is her third nomination hearing. So she's not new to this. She is true to this game. She knows how it goes. And if you really listen to their questions, they didn't have any real gripes or questions about her qualifications, right? They're just kind of picking and digging for straws, looking for anything they can to, you know, play politics and make their points against President Joe Biden. So it's not really about Judge Brown Jackson. It's just politics.
I have something where it's quasi related in the Shawn Says segment at the end of the hour that wraps up the show, but we'll get to that later. To see your thoughts real quick on the nomination as a black woman and just as a person in general. What are your thoughts?
You know, it's always like, how far have we come? But also it's just like, it's how far have we come, but also this is only how far we've come. It's just really, it's a really, I would say, surreal experience to watch the first of anything at this day and age, you know, 2022, you know. And so I think that she's going to get the army behind her, and, you know, they're gunning for her. So I just wish the best. It is inspiring. Like, this is what our children and little brown. So, yeah.
All right, let's get back to the spades action, Toya. You're a lover of spades. When was the first time you played spades? And what was the feeling when you first got humiliated at a spades table? Can you remember any of that?
I don't think I've ever been humiliated at a spades table. Ever.
Never? Not even your first time? Like, you didn't have like a cavalcade of shit talkers or something at your table, or smacking the cards and making them spin around or anything like that?
Never. My parents taught me how to play spades when I was probably 8 years old. I've been playing at the big adult table since I was about 10. And, you know, they used to host a lot of parties, and they had 2 kids. So all their friends, they'd be like, bring the kids. We can't go out, so we're going to play in. And because we were so good, they let us play. And when adults didn't want to play with us because they were children, they showed them the door. Like, this is our house, and these are our kids. And if they want to play, they can play. So I've been playing spades for longer than I want to share, because y'all don't need to know how old I am.
I know how old you are. You have birthday parties and spades tournaments on your birthday party.
But I don't tell them how old I am. I just tell them how old the tournament is. Okay?
I know how old you are, but we ain't gonna say that. But Ty, you out of Massachusetts. Tisia, you out of the Midwest side. I'm from Georgia. What's so
Joker Deuce is not a Midwest style. You either pick ace high or jokers, and the twos and the two of the heart diamond come out.
I'm not a fan of that.
Learned the big ways to play in college.
Them affirmative action spades players, they need all them deuces. I just like Joker Ace.
I feel like that's the HBCU thing. I don't know where that Joker deuce came in at, but, you know, I find that HBCU grass, they love the twos.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's
we just
about.
try to put an extra deuce in there.
Joker deuce, and I was like, what you talking about?
So to be clear and to fact check, since that's what we've been doing tonight, I'm originally from Florida, Shawn.
I thought you said Massachusetts, Ty. You never said Florida. When you rep Florida?
When you rep Florida? I went to high school in Massachusetts, but my heart is in 305. I say that all the time. And this is a real tweet from me. It says, by age 12, you should already have 5 years of spades playing experience. That is a real tweet.
I play with my mom.
Love it,
Right.
love it. Listen, also on my website, carmichaelcommunityconnections.com, I have a whole lesson around spades. I'm not only a spades champion, I am now a certified spades expert. Okay. And to your point, Ty, we've been out here teaching the kids. We are starting a spades ministry. All right. So a few weeks ago, I had the honor of teaching some Jack and Jill kids uptown, you know.
Oh, nice.
Because their mamas didn't teach them how to play. Some of their mamas still don't know how to play. So we had to go and we taught them how to play spades and dominoes. So when they go to college, they'll be ready and they will hold on to their black cards.
Yeah, that's important.
And listen, and for Black History Month, I taught a whole company how to play spades. Because what's blacker than spades, right? And so
Kool-Aid, but it's about the same. Kool-Aid and spades.
But Kool-Aid is bad for you. Spades, you might win some money.
You also get killed playing spades. That shit bad for you too.
For the record, speaking of black, my deck of cards right now is from the Martin Show.
You got the Martin deck cards.
And Jerome is the big joker, of course.
Definitely have the Martin cards.
I just keep the classics. I keep the bicycles, the blue bicycles.
Definitely have the Martin cards downstairs. I have the waterproof black pack downstairs, and we will be playing with the bicycle cards on Thursday, Shawn.
Yeah.
Question for you guys though: what's the big joker?
The one with the guarantee.
The guarantee.
Tisia, what do you say, sis?
So what's the big joker?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean by that? What's the big joker?
The guarantee or the actual big joker?
Oh, you mean like cards written on the card?
Right. One is big and one says guarantee on it, but it's actually small.
Right. I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're asking.
Which one is the big joker in your house? What are your house rules?
The big joker. The one is the big joker. And
Okay.
the one is the small joker, the little joker.
So see, guys, all of you
We
watching,
guarantee.
it's very important to set these rules out at the beginning.
Yeah.
On
At the
Thursday,
beginning.
I'll play.
guarantee.
No, the guarantee is the big joker.
The guarantee.
What?
Yeah.
That says guarantee the
The
book.
guarantee, because that's the guarantee in
Wait
the
a
book.
minute. I want to get a deck of cards. Can you let me see?
I got you.
Get those
I got
bicycle
you.
cards out, Ty.
Now,
Bicycle
I'll
cards
tell you
back
what.
out.
I'll tell you what bicycle has done though. The new bicycles, the standard deck, they colorize them now. They don't even have guarantee.
That's correct.
So
Wait a minute. Hold on.
now
Okay.
there's another deck that has the guarantee and the bicycle smaller, but it's a guarantee with all the writing. That's the one that's a bond. Your word is bond is guaranteed.
Hold on. Ty, let me see your deck.
Oh, my deck just got Jerome, but I think it does have the guarantee on it. Let me find my joker.
I think when I'll recognize it.
It just got the writing.
No, the writing has always been a small joker in my house. Always.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I learned. Now I did learn that as a young age.
House rules always rule.
Yeah, but house rules are rules. But I did learn that with my cousins and stuff playing. I was about 7 years old. No. It's the one with the writing on it. But I'm like, wait, I got the big one.
When we played,
These are my jokers.
was it did we play with the one with the writing? Did they have writing?
There was writing on those.
Yeah.
It was guaranteed because I think we designated that in the rotations. Mm-hmm.
And was it that we played with as a small?
Yeah,
or...
the big one was a small. That's probably why y'all lost. Because didn't know what you were
I have a physical thing. I can't picture which one y'all talking about ways.
Yeah, it looks the same, but it has guarantee at the top, and the joker's a little smaller, I think. And but it looks like that bad boy right there.
Oh, baby! Once I learn the house rules, I can play whatever way y'all play. I'm still gonna bust that ass.
Oh, you about to bust one?
Don't play with me, okay?
Come on.
I just want to say I was watching you all talk earlier, and Tisia was real calm and she was real cute, and then y'all started talking spades, and she turned into a whole nother woman.
Listen, my cousin like, don't ever play with her because you won't be no more. Don't play.
Yeah, you about to taste in Chicago.
I love it. I love it. My boy, I brought this guy I was dating to the Spades game one night, and my homeboy told him like, "Oh yeah, you like her? She's real sweet, right?" She turns into
Right
a
on the
straight
table.
thug, straight Compton all day when the spade game gets going.
Okay, let's talk about that. Ladies, y'all love spades so much. A man's spade game, or at least a spade's walk or attitude, if it's weak or if it's not confident, does that tell you something about a man? Does that turn you off or on? If you could talk about that, or it doesn't matter.
Listen, if you don't know how to play spades, we can't be together. Period. You don't play, you don't want to learn, it's not gonna work.
You know, Toya, I know some of the men that you dated. They didn't look like they could play.
You don't know anybody I dated. Don't be on here telling my business. What you do?
Wait a minute,
You know my age?
I've seen
Now you
some of
talk
them.
about the men I
Well,
dated.
first of all, I'm older than you, so don't worry about that. So you clear on that. But I know some of them jokers who came around. Them jokers, they couldn't do anything, you know.
And you don't see them now, do you?
Yeah, they're gone.
So you answered your own question. Next.
Which one, the joker? The one with the 2 on it? No.
I would prefer not knowing how to play at all than being a spades player. That is just like, if you're rigging and cut me out and all of that stuff. Like, I just rather you just say you don't know how to play, and that will probably get you off sitting down, just being a terrible partner.
Ty, do you have a preference with your women knowing how to play spades or not?
Yeah, so I'm gonna just tell you, I did put out this tweet that said, I saw a video earlier that made me realize that my previous failed relationships. There's a real tweet, January 27th, 2019.
I love it. I love it.
You know, for me, like, it's not necessarily spades, but I do feel like if you don't use hot sauce in any form or fashion, we're not gonna work. And I've been with some women who didn't use hot sauce, or they ate chicken with a knife and fork. I'm like, that's too cute.
Yeah.
Cute. Fried chicken is too cute. Chicken with a bone in it, you gotta pick that up. That's my opinion. But anyway.
Yeah, just sacrifice a couple fingers, you know.
Listen, Shawn, my parents will have been married for 50 years. Next week, 50 whole years.
Congrats to them.
Black people are still staying married, y'all. And I have not beat them in spades yet, ever. They got their game down. They got their cheat code. They got their signals.
Wow.
Well, what is it that
spades will make or break you? I'm telling you.
Why can't you defeat them in the odds that cards present?
Because they did. They already did. They got 50 years.
50 plus years of playing spades together.
Do y'all go to 500? Do y'all don't do blinds or nothing like that? What is it? Just
no blinds. No blinds in our house. Just straight up. They don't even know what nil is. I don't think they even know what blind is. That's not a thing.
Yeah, who teaches people to purposely lose? You know what I mean?
The blind.
You like the blinds, you said, Tisia?
Absolutely. It's like return of the underdog.
Yeah.
It's a 3-point shot in basketball.
Blind 6.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. Do you know how to play spades with 2 people?
Absolutely.
Okay. You must learn that too.
Well, what we do, I don't know. You all are telling me you deal 3 hands and you just take that third hand out, and now you play. Well, how you play with spades with 2 people?
You put the deck, shuffle, put the deck down, pick up a card. If you like it, you keep it. Put the next card in the pile.
Yeah.
So it's like poker, like old school poker. No, like poker in the degree where you will pull some cards and then you let some other cards go.
But if you look at the first one, you can't look at the second one. You just got to throw it in the pile.
Got it.
But if you look at the first one, you don't like it, you throw it in the pile. You got to pick up the next one.
Yeah.
Feel like some David Copperfield.
It kind of works in a way that you know what cards are in there that you didn't choose if you looked at them, but you don't know what the other cards are that you did not see.
Right.
So it still adds that layer of the unknown, not knowing what the other person has and kind of figuring it out as you play together. Yeah,
and there's a strategy there too, still.
Cards. Let me do this radio thing. It's 9:32.
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah,
it's 9:32, 32 past the hour. You're watching the Shawn Show, the penultimate Shawn Show for Volume 1. Our last show for this volume is next week. I'm here with my wingman, Ty, but my guests are Toya Carmichael from Carmichael Community Connections. She has a spades tournament. I put it in the box that's pinned. cccspades.eventbrite.com, and also Tisia Saffold from Bitch You Smell Good, an all-round purveyor of all things tasteful. That makes her a bon vivant of nice things. And with that said, a question for you, Toya, for people who don't play spades but want to contribute, because you're given to a worthy cause. And this guy's the truth, folks. I've never met a more charitable woman in my 15 years of being in DC than Toya Carmichael. And we don't even talk. We might like run each other on the street maybe once a year or every other year, right? But Toya always has a positive word. She has a positive perspective or trajectory for things that she wants. And she got me on, was it Christmas? It was a Christmas I stayed here, and we were giving food to the homeless. Like, ain't this some shit? I could be asleep. But we were there giving away food to the homeless. By the way, that's one of our other castmates' first dates, Corey. But we won't get into that because it's a terrible first date. But so, Toya, is there any way that people can contribute, give fiscal donations? Have you set anything up if they don't play spades? Because we have an audience that has stretched from DC to Wyoming. I've actually looked at the numbers and the metrics. So people who can't be here, how can they help?
Absolutely. They can go to that Eventbrite link. I have a donation option there as well, so they can make a donation. And of course, there are no fees associated with that. So whatever you donate, 100% of that will go towards the scholarship fund.
Does the scholarship fund target certain schools, or is it just a cumulative scholarship fund for any kid who want to go to school? Yeah, go ahead.
These scholarships are for students who attend Allen Chapel AME Church, the Cathedral of Southeast. I am the president of the Tony P. Farmer Scholarship Committee there. And so all of the money will go into that fund. We have 6 high school seniors, and we have 7 current college students. So we give our college students $500 stipends each semester, and we give our high school students up to about $2,000 per year when they graduate.
In the years that you've been doing this tournament, and then I'll hand it over to the rest of the panel, can you guesstimate how much money you've raised just as one person in your love of spades?
So in 8 years, I would say we've probably raised about $3,000. The first organization that we donated to was Young Lives. It's an organization that supports teen moms. And then for years, we donated the funds to Thrive DC, which is the organization that we went to serve food for during the holiday season. And that's a homeless services organization, located up in Northwest.
All right. Open up to the board. Any questions, guys?
Toya, what is your spades winning percentage?
Oh, shit.
Ooh,
Ty wants your baseball card, Toya.
You know,
He
I
wants
play
your baseball
spades so
card.
much. I play spades so much. I haven't even quantified that. When I was in college at Cal, I used to be part of the comeback queens. Like, we would always be down and boom, come back and win the game. That's a hard question. But in terms of the spades tournament, in 8 years, 8 tournaments, I've only won it one time.
Okay.
So.
Well,
blame it on your partner then.
She's out of town this week, so I'm not going to throw her under the bus. But Shawn, you know who my partner is? Miss Moore.
Miss who?
Moore.
Really?
Yeah, that's my partner for the tournament. She's out of town this year.
She's Chicago to see her. And let me tell you something. When she is Chicago and wrong, she is Chicago and wrong. That shit was dangerous. When we had it was like the second hand. That's all I can say about that. But yeah, all right, cool. It'd be nice to see her again.
Yeah, she won't be here on Thursday, but she'll be here for the next one. So
okay, very well, very well. Cool. So let me do a roundup. We can finish up the show like this because this is gonna be my edit point. If you all want to stick around afterwards, I'm gonna do a Shawn Says, and then we can just talk about anything and it'll be a free for all. Because I'm sure Toya has a lot of questions and stuff for Tisia as well, and for us on Ready Love. For those of you who wanted more Ready Love conversation, sorry, I don't have it in me. We will have a Ready Love panel coming up after the break, because Ready Love apparently is stretching in this iteration into the next month. And when we come back from our 2-week break after next week, Ready Love will still be going on. So we'll have panel discussions. I'll have some cast members. Got some great stuff planned for you there. But quite frankly, I was more enthused about learning about Tisia beyond our time on Ray Love because we've talked that bitch out. And Toya is great to see, my great friend who got me a vaccine. God's honest truth, I was the last vaccinated person in D.C. on Inauguration Day, on Joe Biden's Inauguration Day. And Toya was a big part of that. So with this, I'm going to wrap it. Just hold tight. If you all could mute your thing, it's time for my closeout essay known as Shawn Says. I can't do it. It's my bad hand. And Shawn Says tonight, rooting interest. So bear with me. This is the geek part of the show. You gotta love it. And the greater, underfunded, and the out-resourced comes and sticks it to the big, bloated privilege who expects to be better just because of the history of their prestige. And now, slowly but surely, the little guy, the Davids, if you will, gain the respect of the Goliaths. Here's the kicker. You don't know whether I am talking about NCAA basketball tournament, AKA March Madness, or if I'm talking about, I don't know, say, diversity in America. Yeah, you see it, don't you? Well, put it this way. When your bracket is busted by that small-ass school you never heard of, a certain pigment-deficient persuasion of fan will tell you that the underdog, the little guy, is literally why they love NCAA basketball tournament. Great. They see a little school get in there against a powerhouse and beat them fair and square in thrilling and affable fashion. But let's change the words small schools to say blacks or Hispanics or any underprivileged group and trade March Madness in for, say, opportunity in America. It's nice to see little old St. Peter's unexpectedly knock off powerhouse Kentucky in a first-round overtime game on St. Patrick's Day. But let that be a group of black kids from inner city high, defying odds and beating the kids at privileged prep high and are granted admission into big state. Well then, screw the underdog. Screw this tournament. It just means that this country has gone to shit. That suddenly opportunity is something that is wrong with America. You even see it in geopolitical politics. I do not belittle the import of the potentially nuclear crisis burgeoning in Ukraine. I've had that story on since the beginning of the war on this show. But it breaks my heart and it frightens me on a level I hadn't experienced on a global scale since I was only a kid during the twilight of the Cold War. But let's be clear. Ukraine are the underdogs against Russia. And this is a European conflict. The increased interest in those war-torn straits in the singular military conflict in Europe only underscores the fact that, say, in Africa, that's the black continent for those scoring at home, Africa currently has a whopping 25 militarized conflicts ongoing right now for at least a decade. 25 to 1. Nary a vigil has been held for these black-faced tragedies. But back to the tournament. Amazing how once small schools like the Butler Bulldogs or, the Gonzaga Bulldogs, or even Duke University, which was a small school until they found success with Coach K, can build and grow and develop and prove their worthiness to be in this diverse field of favorites. And as years pass by, they are now known as players to be reckoned with and respected in the college basketball world. I wonder, will some other less fortunate groups in America receive a rooting interest for their black-faced successes? This concludes Shawn Says. This concludes the Shawn Show. And I usually have music here, but I ain't got it set up. But that is it. That's our cut point. And we're in Shawn overtime for all those who want to join in. Thank you very much.